Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite dark sorcerer here, practicing necromancer, satanic warlock, overall practitioner of the dark arts. Today, I want to bring something to the table that I've been doing as of late. Over the last week, I've had a lot of time to delve into books and do a lot of studying, a lot of practicing, namely because of the fact that my knee was inflamed due to a injury that I had over the last week and a half. So outside of work, I basically was off my leg. So um, I delved into a lot of demonolatry and a lot of practices revolving around necromancy. And as you know, I am a practicing necromancer over the last 5 years. So today, along with the last nights, I've been doing a series of rites and rituals, doing blood pacts, demonic pacts, infernal pacts. And today I went into my ritual room and I called upon the Infernal Gatekeepers and I called upon the 9 Infernal Kings. Now, most of these spirits I've already made blood pacts with. I've already made infernal pacts with in full view of Lucifer's replica. And because I've been working a lot with projecting, remote viewing, and astral projection, I started working with meditation. I started working with breathing exercises before I got into doing these rites. Basically, a whole new approach to doing rituals. It was, to say the least, very interesting for today's ritual. Um, to get into this and to make the story short, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of an experience that took place in today's ritual. I entered my ritual chamber like I normally do, and I stand there for a few minutes in complete darkness. My eyes are closed. I'm taking in the environment, the inner sanctum. My ritual room is hot 24/7, 365 days a year because of the portals and the dimensions, you know, the gates that have been opened in the that inner sanctum. So it's not surprising that I felt the heat and I felt warm there, even though it's like 80 some odd degrees outside. When I felt ready, I lit the candles, lit the incense. I was using dragon's blood incense charcoal, tea leaf candles, and two um, black pillar candles. Now, the tea leaf candles, I used three of them in this rite. And the reason for that is because of the fact that I wanted my intent to be pure. I wanted to approach these beings within a pure state of mind, a pure state of heart, and more importantly, being sincere with my intent. Okay? Remember when I said projecting your will? Guess what? This is what I'm talking about. Okay? So I got in there. I used my singing bowl, you know, let it do its thing before tapping it again. So I did this on all four corners. calling forth the four cardinal directions, the four watchtowers, and then I drank forth from the rum. I didn't swallow or anything. It was more to cleanse my mouth. And I find that I found and discovered that it is very important when speaking that you want to purify yourself inside and out. So, I mean, it's one thing to do a ritual bath beforehand. This cleanses the body. But what about your words? Swishing alcohol in your mouth, like, say, Fireball whiskey, for an example, rum, okay? Very, very important things to consider because your words need to be as honest as your intentions in the physical body. So I went in, I did this. I had on my ritual robes. I knelt down on my knees and I just closed my eyes. My hands were like so and like so. I don't know if you can see it, but like this and then like this. Okay. Concentrated on my breathing, focused my will internally, again projecting, and then I began. I called forth the names of the spirits that I'm going to work with over the next 6 months, perhaps for the rest of this year. I don't know yet. So I called forth Belial, Paimon, Beleth, Vini, Persian, Zagon, Asmodeus, Balaam, and Belial. These are the 9 infernal gatekeepers. Okay? And then I called forth the infernal gatekeepers themselves, which are Belial, Lucifer, Azazel, Abaddon, Luciferage, Beelzebub, Baal, Asmodeus, and Satan. And I went in with this and I felt a pull. It was almost like somebody was pulling me towards the right, like literally kind of straightforward diagonal towards the right. I could feel that pull, like you had an anchor, like a cinder block tied to your right ankle, so to speak, dragging you down. Except for this was going straight, diagonal. And when I did this, I was talking to them saying, "This is my intent. This is my will." I even went to um, a spirit, one of the beings that I've been working with through a different system, and I spoke the words, the incantation, and I called them forth, and I said, "Hey, this is what my intent is. I want to go further. I am not afraid. I am not like the rest of these people. I am not afraid to go into the darkest reaches of my mind. I am not afraid to go into the deepest, darkest reaches of humanity has to offer. I'm not afraid to go into places that would freak people out, like a dark forest. Okay, I'm not afraid to go into cemeteries at night in the dead of night. I'm not afraid. I am a believer in the magic. I am a true worshiper of the spirits that I work with. I have made blood pacts with you. Full view of Lucifer Cal, in full view of some other spirits that, like I said, I'm not going to get into here. But my intent here is to go further within the magic, to learn the most vile magics out there, to keep the knowledge and the wisdom pure. I am ready to descend into the darkness, into the fires of the hells, through the fire and brimstone, you name it, I am ready. You may not even have a level ready for how far I'm willing to go. I could be mistaken. but I am ready. I want to further your agenda as much as you will further mine. Let us learn together. Teach me your ways, your knowledge. Place your mark upon me. And like I said, that's when this feeling of being pulled towards the right came into play. And I had my eyes closed and I saw a cobra. I saw a full king cobra, the hood, everything, and that eye, the the left eye of this cobra. And I said, "Let me know who you are so that I can address you with the proper respect." And when I saw the cobra, when I saw that eye, the first thing that popped into my mind was the serpent, the adversary, the accuser. And I knew exactly who it was. It was Satan. It was Satan himself honoring me with his presence. So I asked him, "How would you like to begin? I've already made a pact with you through Satanism, through demonolatry, and full view of my patron Astaroth, in full view of Lucifer Raphael, the infernal scribe and pact maker, the master of pacts himself. I've made blood pacts with Mephistopheles, a Mesopotamian pact maker, blood pact maker, and independent blood pacts, oaths that I have made to you personally. So, how would you like to begin this descent? Would, how would you like to place your venom in me? Would you like to mark me with your fangs? Place your seal upon me? Feel free. I am ready and I am unafraid. The feeling of that pull subsided, and I started seeing a face, a being's face. It was like it was like one of those tribal type faces. The black. Best way I can think about describe this to you is when you think of Vikings, when you think of Norse mythology and the warriors such as the Angel of Saxons, the way they painted their face, or those of the tribal of the Amazons, the black and white, you know, paint that they had on their faces. Except for this was like a black mark here, and all you saw was the eyes and the outline of the face. And this was done within an inverted pentagram, except for you didn't see the inner lining of that pentagram the way the lines would normally go across. You just saw the outline of the star itself with the face dead center within it. But it was to my right, diagonal, the whole time. It left me excited. It left me confident. I want to know more. And like I said, I'm planning to do these rites for the rest of this year, working with these beings, either as a collective group or as individuals. Either way, I'm prepared to go further. I'm prepared to go as far as I have to learn these secrets, to go further and to evolve within my own personal practices. But I wanted to come under here and kind of not, give you a an insight about what I've been doing. I wanted to come under here and kind of make note. This is what's going on. And as you can see, even my eyes are changing. My eyes have been remaining dark over the last couple of months. They've just been getting darker around them. I've been spending a lot more time in the ritual room, cemeteries, and like I said, the last week and a half, I've been off my legs, so I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of studying. And I guess that's why going into the ritual room the last 3 days have really changed my perspectives on demonolatry and working with these spirits. And as a warlock, as a satanic warlock, as a practicing necromancer, I can tell you this is something that's a good thing. It means that these spirits trust you. When they appear to you firsthand, it means they trust you, that they're willing to acknowledge you, that they're willing to work with you. And like I said, I'm willing to further their cause as much as they further mine. This is something that is a good thing because it's a mutual beneficial pathwork. So that's something that is very, very good. So if this is something that you want to work with me on, feel free. You have your own ritual room, you have your own tools. Feel free to get into these beings and work with them. Like I said, I'm working with two different systems here. Two different systems. One that I'm not even discussing with you, that I'm not permitted to discuss with you. But on the other hand, I have demonolatry and Satanism that I can talk about, black magic. And one of the books that I've been delving into is the Goetia Devils by Reverend King. Going through this book and pulling out these kings, these gatekeepers, going underneath Google, getting the full outline, going into the dictionary of angels, going into the dictionary angels from A to Z, going into the Book of Demons and Demonolatry by Rosemary Ann Dully, you know, going into the book of the Dictionary of Demons, the names of the damned by oh, what's her name? The book that I'm talking about. It's a big red book. Her name will come to me later. You watch. But even though I'm out of my temple right now, a part of me is rejuvenated. Part of me, it's like I've left part of me behind as a sacrifice. But at the same time, I still feel connected to that rite, to that ritual, that evocation. It is something, it's an amazing feeling. It's a humbling experience. And when I got down on my knees in there and showed respect, that's when things started happening. When I'm willing to do what is necessary to work with them, to further the magics and the sorcery, that's a good thing. I hope you're willing to do the same. And I hope you've learned from my videos. Let us become evolved. Let us evolve as individuals through knowledge, wisdom, power. I'm no longer part of the world except for my job and when I have to go out into the public with my family. That's the only time I go out in public these days, unless I go to the cemetery or the woods at night. But here's the thing. When you reach that level, when you reach that stage, you'll know. You will know when the world does not matter to you anymore. When you're ready to shun the world. All that corruption, all that drama, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. For me, I am a minister. I am an ambassador to these spirits. And my intent is to keep things pure, pure knowledge, undiluted. More so, I'm all about the magic, sorcery. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. So there you have it. This is what I've been doing the last 3 nights. This is what I've been doing the last 3 nights. Just ritual after ritual, meditation, working on breathing, working on these techniques, getting back into who I used to be and getting into where I want to be. Where I want to be. And that means projecting my will. That means doing the work and putting the time in. So, with that said, have a good night. Until next time.